So we had everybody practice today, and everybody was very enthusiastic and excited to get back out to work. We had a typical beginning training camp Miami Heat practice, reviewed a lot of our defensive individual concepts, and then from there we moved into some scrimmaging and 5-on-5, really just to gauge where they're at, and it was a pretty good day.
Erik, yesterday you couldn't talk about Eddie Curry because of the signing. What can you expect of him? What are you hoping?
Don't know what to expect. Obviously, when he was healthy and playing at his peak form, he was a power in the paint. He really was. We struggled with him at times when we played in New York. Very skilled, soft touch, a lot of things you can't teach. We hadn't seen him in a while. We brought him in this summer. And so that's what this is about. It's about an opportunity, and we'll see. Well, he had a very good day today. We'll just have to monitor and see how he progresses during the course of the week.
You worked with him before the start of camp, before he went away. Did he maintain that conditioning level?
He actually lost weight from the last time we worked him out in July, June, which was encouraging to see. He had to do that work on his own. Much like a lot of other guys in this gym, he's not in great basketball shape, but he is in better condition. That was a good sign.
When you're thinking of the organization, going in, coming out of last season with point guard upgrade, center upgrade possibly, and then it sort of comes out that Shane was pretty much the top priority. What's that say about what you guys believe he's going to actually bring?
The fabric of who he is. We've admired his game and respected his game for quite a long time. We've tried to get him before. And he fits so many things that we do. He's defensive minded. He's proven he's one of the elite premier individual perimeter defenders in this league. Great team defender. He's been in great systems. He's been coached well. He's a Miami Heat type guy. So it really was great timing and a no-brainer for us to go after him. And that's the way we've always viewed it with our roster. We have a lot of versatility that we don't necessarily need to pick specific spots, but who we feel is best for us.
How about Shane as another locker room presence, leader type guy?
Yeah, everything you have heard about him or read about him is probably true, and we just saw that in the last 24 hours. He's very vocal, and he does it in an appropriate way where people respect it. But he's played over 10 years in this league, and he's earned the respect as a winner.
Erik, you said you're going to hit them with kind of a playoff practice and see what they recall. How much did they recall?
Our veteran guys recalled it pretty well, and we actually reviewed some Dallas situations without them even knowing it when we had opportunities to inject those in practices into the practice. Some of the other guys, it was new, so that was understandable. But in terms of our veteran guys, it was encouraging to see that, the recall.
You're comfortable arguing with the center spot? Do you feel like there need to be more reinforcements?
We're comfortable with who we have. We're always looking to see if we can upgrade and improve our roster, but we have versatile guys that can play multiple positions, and that's a big key to our success. So we don't necessarily have specific positions, particularly when we get into fourth quarter games.
What's the competition going to be like on the wing? You have so many wing guys battling for backup minutes. What's that going to be like?
Competition is always good, but versatility also is good. And we have guys, like I said, that can play multiple positions, so we don't have to put them into a box and yet just put players out there and tell them to be basketball players to fit within our system and help us. There might be instances where we play 4 of them at one time, and there really isn't a position. They're out there just being a basketball player.
But with the compressed schedule and having all these options in the wing, is it possible that you may be able to play LeBron and Dwayne maybe fewer minutes than you had to at times last season?
That would be nice. We'll have to see how it plays out. I think every coach goes into the season saying that, and of course, I've tried to plan for that. Now our roster is set up to help that. We'll see, but that would definitely help, and especially when we get into a lot of games in short amount of nights, we plan on using our depth.
Erik, do you have to go 5-on-5 more now?
I think so. Our drilling was on the fly. Our veterans did a terrific job of helping the practice move smoothly, and they were doing a lot of the coaching on the side to the new guys, keeping them into the drills and moving quickly. The 5-on-5, we got into that halfway into practice, which I don't think I've ever done that before in a training camp. Sometimes it's taken 2 or 3 days to actually get to some 5-on-5, but time is of the essence, and we do have the core of our guys back, so it helps to make it go quicker.
So when you drop back, is there flexibility in what you envision going into the day?
There is with this group, because I'm familiar with them. Today I wanted to actually work on some playoff situations, really just to see and get a gauge of where the guys were, see what the timing was, and also to see where the recall was of some of the important things we were working on in the playoffs.
The confidence that the organization showed in Mario to bring him back, give him multiple years. What do you want to see from him now? I know that he's been somebody you worked closely with.
Mario's been progressing, so he just needs to stay on this path. He is a young player with still a lot of upside, and that's why we wanted to make sure we did what we could to bring him back. He's a unique player. He's a two-way player that can make things happen defensively. He's learning how to be more disciplined in our system, but to learn how to pick opportunities, to be a playmaker defensively. And offensively, he knows how to play with wings who handle the ball often, but also to strike the balance where he's getting us into offense, but also when he has to play on the wing and play off of those guys handling. And I think he's learned how to balance that pretty well. There's not a lot of point guards that have that skill set. He does. I think it helped that he played a lot of combination guard in college.